for now, we will be limiting our samples to statically determinate. Okay? Kapag dating mo na sa statically indeterminate, medyo mahirap nang mag-solve dyan. Kailangan mo na ng mga several equations to solve statically indeterminate structures. So let's take an example of determining the determinacy of beams. Okay? Example na tayo. So remember this three equations. If R is equal to C plus 3, the beam is determinate. If greater, statically indeterminate. If less than, unstable. Now let's take this figure for example. Okay, so how many reactions? So we have here at point A, meron tayong vertical. Then we have horizontal. Since this is fixed, meron siyang moment. Dito naman, pin connected, meron siyang vertical reaction. Then we have horizontal reaction. And we have a total of 5 reactions. And then, this is roller. Kaya ang C mo dyan ay 2. Remember na kapag roller, your C value is 2. Now let's compute. So, R and then C plus 3. So C is 2 plus 3, 5. This is simply equal. So 5 equal to 5, it is statically determinate. Okay, so letter A, it is statically determinate. Check. Now let's go to letter B. Sa letter B naman, you have 6 reactions. Vertical, horizontal, then moment. Dito naman, vertical, horizontal, and then you have moment. So all in all, you have R equal to 6. Again, your C here is 2. So C plus 3 will give you 5. Okay, so 2 plus 3 will give you 5. And your R, which is 6, is greater than 5. So if greater than 5, the beam is statically indeterminate. So check yan si figure B. Now let's go to figure C. Your reactions here is vertical, horizontal, vertical, and horizontal. Your reaction is 4 only. And then finally we have C plus 3. Your C is equal to 2. 2 plus 3 will give you 5. And this is, your reaction is less than 5. So meaning, if less than, the beam is statically unstable, or your figure will move as a whole. Okay, so statically unstable, or it is a mechanism. And then here, let's look at figure A. Meron bang roller sa loob in between supports? Your C here is equal to 0. Dito naman, C is also equal to 0. But how many reactions? You have 1, 2, 3. Vertical dito, vertical, vertical, walang horizontal. So, total reactions is 3. Your C is equal to 0. So, obviously, what do you think is the figure? Is it determinate, indeterminate, or mechanism, or unstable? Obviously, it is a mechanism and it is unstable. So, let's check by equations. R, then C plus 3. So, it is 3. Reaction is also 3. Okay, so basically, R is equal to C plus 3. So what does that mean? From here, R is equal to C plus 3, it is statically determinate. So obviously, this is statically determinate, but geometrically unstable. Okay, check din natin dito sa next figure. Dito naman, your reaction here, obviously, your C is equal to 0 for this span. C is also equal to 0 for this span. But your reactions is equal to isa, vertical. You have vertical here and horizontal component. Vertical here, and then horizontal component dyan. You have a total of 5 reactions. So 5, is greater than 0 plus 3. If greater than, the beam is statically indeterminate. But if you will look at the figure, it is geometrically unstable. Okay? So merong mga figures na determinate, indeterminate, but it is geometrically unstable. Now let's go to stability and determinacy of trusses. A simple rigid truss is formed by starting with a triangle consisting of 3 members and 3 joints. So member 1, member 2, member 3, then 3 joints, 1, 2, 3. And subsequently adding 2 members and a joint to form another triangle. So 2 members, 1, 2, tsaka isang joint. This addition of 2 members and a joint is continued until the final truss configuration is attained. Remember na laging 2 members and isang joint. So 1, 2, isang joint, 1, 2, isang joint. Okay? Tapos 1, 2, isang joint. Still, this is a truss. A truss with J joints will require J minus 3 additional joints to expand the structure beyond the original 3 joint triangle. Since each additional joint is formed by the intersection of 2 members, the total number of members M to form a simple rigid truss is M is equal to 2J minus 3 plus 3, or this is simply 2J minus 3. Now, M is simply the number of members. Tapos J, this is the number of joints. Now let's look at our example. Okay, M number of members, J number of joints. How many members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So M is 11, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many joints? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's look at the said equation. M, according to this equation, M is equal to 2J minus 3. Let's check. So, what is the value of M? I think 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 11. How many joints? 7. They should be equal. 11 is equal to 14 minus 3 equals 11. So, check ang ating figure na truss. Let's take another example na truss. Yan. So, how many members? Mag-start tayo sa baba, bottom chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tapos sa top chord, yung taas, 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus yung webs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all in all, you have 13. Tapos yung number of joints naman. So, start tayo sa bottom chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus sa top chord, 1, 2, 3. You have 8. So, let's check again the equation na M is equal to 2J minus 3. Yan ang equation mo to qualify as a truss. So, 13 is equal to 2 times 8 minus 3. So, 16 minus 3 will give you 30. Okay, so it qualifies as a truss. Remember that this is your equation to qualify a structure as a truss. Next, another example is, check natin ito. Yan, no? So, how many members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so bottom chord, 1, 2, 3, top chord, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, webs, 9, 10, 7, split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yan. And how many joints? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's check using this equation. So member is 10 is equal to 2 joints minus 3. So 14 minus 3, 10 is not equal to 11. So therefore, okay, so therefore, this equation does not satisfy your truss equation. So therefore, this is not a truss. Okay, this is not a truss. Let's continue. If m plus r is equal to 2j, the truss is determinate. If m plus r is greater than 2j, statically indeterminate. If m plus r is less than 2j, the truss is unstable. Now let's look at these figures A, B, C, and D. Initially, by visual inspection alone, kapag merong square sa loob, hindi na ito, possible na hindi na ito truss. Okay? Like for example, ito. Mache-check natin yan mamaya kung truss siya or hindi truss, stable or unstable, determinate or indeterminate, or mechanism. Now let's look at figure A. So you have M is equal to 9 or 9 members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many reactions? Tatlo lang. So vertical, vertical, vertical. Wala siyang horizontal. Ano? So meaning, gagalaw siya forever horizontally. It is geometrically unstable. Next is, let us check ito, yung equations, m plus r and 2j. So, m plus r, this becomes now 12. And then, 2j now becomes 12. So, equal sila pareho. If equal, the truss is statically determinate. So, this is statically determinate, but geometrically unstable. Now, let's look at letter B. Your m plus r would be 12, and then 2j is also 12. Again, it is statically determinate but geometrically unstable. Now let's look at letter C. Your m plus r would be 12. Again, 2j is 12. How about here? Note na ang reactions mo dito, they are also concurrent. Yan, nag-meet sila sa point O. So, ang reactions niya dito ay tatlo rin. Now, let's check the number of members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many joints? You have 6 joints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, m plus r, this is again 12. 2j is also 12. And, let's check if this figure meets the criterion na m is equal to 2j minus 3. So your m is 9, and then 12 minus 3 is also 9. So they qualify as a truss. Okay? So this is still a truss. Ang tawag dyan ay compound truss. So any truss na meron ka nang nakitang square or rectangle sa loob, ang tawag doon ay compound truss. So for truss, remember na m is equal to 2j minus 3. Let's take this example. Yan. Tapos, lagyan natin ng pin, tsaka roller. So, check natin. So, m here is equal to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And how many joints? You have 2, 4, 6, 8. So, let's check. Let's check using this equation. So, 10, 2j is 16 minus 3. So 10 now is less than 13. Okay, so therefore, not trust. Pero, lagyan natin ngayon ng isang triangle or lagyan natin siya ng diagonal member dun. So, magiging dalawang triangle. Let's see if this now becomes a truss. So, obviously, how many members now? This becomes 11 and still you have 8 joints. Okay, so 11 and then 2j 16 minus 3 ulit m is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 joints 2, 4, 6, 8 16 minus 3 will give you 13 and then 11. It is still less than. Again, this is not truss. Okay? Now, let's try, lagyan natin ngayon ng ganyan. Dalawa na. So, how many members? This becomes now 13. How many joints? 8. So, this becomes 13. Therefore, truss na siya. Okay? Next, another example. Now, let's take this figure for example. So, obviously, meron siyang mga triangles sa loob. So, how many members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And how many joints? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 11. Then, 14 minus 3 will give you a simple truss. Remember that M is equal to 2J minus 3 to qualify as a truss. But then, lagyan natin to ngayon ng, take note na yung figure na yan, rigid, I mean, it is a truss already. Stable na siya. Pero kung lagyan natin siya ng horizontal member dito sa baba, magiging unstable ba yan? Let's check. So, your M now becomes 12. So, this becomes 12. And this becomes now greater than. Okay, so 12 is greater than 11. Is this a truss? Or is this a simple truss? Okay, this is still a truss, but it is not a simple truss. Okay? So this is now a compound truss. Why? Kasi meron na siyang 4-sided closed figure sa loob. Okay? And yan. Let's take an example here. So, yan. Tapos, nag-cross siya sa loob. So, this is how many members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 members. Okay? Tapos, how many joints? 6. So, 9 is equal to 12 minus 3. 9 is equal to 9. So, this is still a simple truss. This qualifies as a simple truss. Again, meron ng 4-sided closed figure sa loob. So, also qualifies as a compound truss.